Customers have been left in limbo after paying thousands of dollars for trailers they haven't received. The Melbourne business at the centre of the case has shut its doors with little explanation.
They bought down $30,000, Sam.
Hey mate, another bit of an update for you. So what I've done is I've gone through the bonnet, driver's side as well. I've sanded down with 2000 grit. So I've got to go over 3 yet. But these are the white spots you can see everywhere. That's either shit in the paint, dirt in the clear or whatever. So I'll denib those like I did that side of the bonnet. So I'll denib all these. There's quite a few across it, which isn't a problem. It's no stress at all. I'll sort that out. It's sanded down pretty good, so I don't have an issue with that. And then we'll get stuck in the polishing, mate. So I'll let you know how we're travelling, but no doubt, yeah, during the week, sometime next week, we'll have a chat with you. Sunday, just to let you know where we're at again, and then we'll work out time and so forth, mate. So happy to hook in and get this thing back to you better than condition you've ever seen. Thanks again, mate. Appreciate your help with this one and for letting me work on it. Cheers. Quick update, mate. So I've worked myself around the boot lid and onto the passenger side now with 2000 grit. So obviously you can see the things I've still got to do, which is fine. We'll sort that out. So I've basically got the 2 doors, the front guard to do the roof with 2000, and then obviously down the bottom of the doors I haven't done yet, and then the bumpers. So as you can see there, that side's obviously still got to be buffed out. So like I said, I've done all the denibs. I've just got to do my 3000, just a quick 3 over it, just to knock down where these denib marks are. So that won't take too long to do. I've got the bonnet finished up, which is actually real nice actually, which is good. Quick update before I get out of here for the night. So I've laid down ceramic, so as you can see I've taped up wherever every badge is going to go. Been taped up, so I haven't ceramic those areas, so we can put those badges on, and then I'll ceramic in behind, I'll ceramic around the badges and the badges themselves as well, so that they're sorted. She's come up pretty nice, man. I mean, she won't be 100% because the paint won't allow us to, but obviously let her sit tonight, and then until you pick her up, and then with those badges on it, we'll go to the rest. I'm just at the moment cleaning up the wheels, just make sure everything's spotless before you pick her up, mate, so you drive out here in a nice, fresh, clean car. All right, mate, again, thank you very much for the opportunity. I really do appreciate it. It's awesome. All right, mate, chat soon. Cheers.
You're watching MotoringBox, proudly supported by Century Batteries. Welcome back to MotoringBox. I'm Sean McKellar, and today is a momentous day. That's because we are going to see a mate of mine by the name of Scott, who owns Scruba's Detailing. Here in Launton, I think it is. So he's had the Magna for about the past 3 weeks or so, and he's been chipping away on it between his other jobs. And yeah, judging by the things he's sent me, this is going to be quite a sight to behold. So we're heading over there right now to check out the car, put on the finishing touches, and have a chat to him. Let's go. Hello, mate. Good. Sorry, I didn't realise you're on the phone. Wow.
It's a little bit different, mate.
Good to see you, mate. Yeah, sure. Wow. No. No, I knew every inch of what it looked like before. Holy crap. Guys, we're here with Scott from Scruba's Detailing. Mate, this thing is looking, I'm almost lost for words with it when I saw it. It's just, it looks like a different car to me.
It's definitely a big turnaround, isn't it, from what she was?
Yeah, give us your honest opinion, I suppose. Like, what did you think of the paint on this thing when it rolled in?
Mate, the way she left that shop was atrocious. Even now it's not 100%, and it won't be because of the way it was left. Not knowing the depth of exactly how much putty's in it, we can't really push it to the extent I'd love to push it. But then if we do, we risk the taking that layer of paint off and then getting down back to putty or metal. So.
But now that you've been around it, like you've been working on this thing for about 3 weeks now.
Yep.
Obviously you filmed a lot of video too, which we'll be able to show, but tell us about some of the struggles or some of the things you've had to deal with.
So a lot of, what's a better way to put it? Let's just say dust or shit in the paint, so denibs. So there's a lot of denibbing to be done. So we've denibbed down to 1200 grit sandpaper, 2000 sanded the whole car down, 3000 sanded the whole car down, and then polished out with a heavy compound, and then went to a medium compound to get those marks out, and then finish polish.
Yeah, right.
And we've ceramic coated it with IGL Elixir.
I was talking to you on Messenger a little bit about ceramic coating, and I still really don't understand what it does. It almost sounds like a fancier wax, I suppose. Is that doing it injustice?
To a degree, it will last. So Elixir is a 3-year product.
Right.
It can last longer than that, depending on how you look after it and how it's garaged, etc.
Yep.
Whereas a wax typically will last 3 to 6 months, obviously
yeah,
depending on how it's garaged and looked after as well. So a ceramic will hold in there for 3 years. There's other ones another one we've got, it's up to 5.
Okay.
And then obviously you're warranty based at that as well. So.
Okay. So for a lay person like me, I suppose, when you say care, like, do you just wash your car 2-bucket method as usual?
Yeah, 2 buckets definitely the way to go. I opt for a 4-bucket, 2 on the wheels.
Oh, okay.
Same as what I do for paint, basically.
Yep.
Obviously, the less you're manually putting a cloth to or something, then the less you're going to drag stuff across it, which will stop any swirls. So if you can do a touchless method with a snow foam, blow it, blow dry, that's obviously your best options, but they get it dirtier than that. A 2-bucket as a minimum is the way to go.
Yeah. Okay, I'll try and do my best with that. So we were actually talking off camera as well. Throughout the process, you were saying to me, like, Sean, I'd really love to take this rear wing off.
Oh yeah.
To sort of get into all the little nooks and crannies that that your tools wouldn't get into. I sort of told you don't worry about it.
Yep. But I did it anyway.
I wanted to spare you the pain because of how difficult it is to get these wings off.
It was worth it.
And I sort of thought, like, you're not really going to see under there, but I can't believe you actually went ahead and did it.
Yeah, I did it, mate. So I got some footage of that for you, sitting on the panel horse as well. Oh, so we got all the spoiler I could get into, which was pretty much all of it. So I was lucky with the smaller tools.
Yep.
I got into every single nook and cranny of that spoiler, as well as under it. And then we've taped it back up and sealed it again. And we've put all the bolts and washers and everything back the way you had them, so everything's back the way she was.
You even touched up my little damage there a little bit too.
I did indeed, mate. That's been done as well. So I've gone as far as I possibly could with it, being safe and obviously not pushing the paint to the point we don't understand just what's happening with the paint. So
yeah, that's right.
Got to err on the side of caution, which is a shame because this colour in the car itself, being only 200 of them made, it's what you've done with it is hats off, because not many people will take these things back and try to restore them. So
it certainly cost me a lot to get it to this point. Like you can't do it for an investment or to make money.
Yeah.
You have to.
You got to have the passion for
like
it.
The car.
You really do.
Otherwise, it just.
And these are fantastic. If people haven't driven a Magna. I had 2 as company cars. I loved them. As sales reps, we put 100,000 Ks on. Not
company
a
cars,
problem.
they would have been like Solaras or executives or something.
Just execs, yeah.
Apparently
but
they still go pretty hard.
They were, well, we took them hard, right? We were on the mine sites and all that, so they copped a flogging, but they held up. So they were brilliant. So the Aussie-made cars, if you can get your hands on one, get your hands on it and restore them, because this is the last of them.
exactly.
There's no more. So yeah, you've done a really, really good job.
Oh, thank you, mate. Yeah, well, so have you, because you know, you're obviously familiar with all of the imperfections this thing had, just like I was, and
Oh yeah.
and probably 90% of them are gone now.
Pretty
so,
much, yeah.
You know, you've really saved it, I think.
Yeah, well, you've started the save job on it. We've just finished it off. So
Oh, geez, I've never looked at your. This is the first time I've seen your AU.
she's coming along.
She's looking amazing as well.
So what's she now? She's 24 years old this year.
24, okay.
24,
Yeah,
yeah.
a 2000
so
model.
2000 model. Pretty much what I've done on yours is what I'm going to do on this.
Oh, okay. You haven't
Same
even
thing, so
you haven't
I'll,
even done that yet. It looks
nah,
amazing as it is.
Yeah, I've done a little bit of work on it, but I want to push that a little bit further. So
Wow.
I'll do a full sand down on this and get it up to spec, and then get all the undercarriage done and coat that as well
Yeah.
once the hoist is in. So
Beautiful.
yeah.
We better get these badges on. I brought them with me, so
Yeah, let's do it.
let's go. Now I will measure this, just even though. Do I need to? I'll measure it off a little bit. So about 72. Yeah, tape straight. Okay. So yeah, I don't really want to be doing it a second time. All right, that one should be. I'm going to stick that plate down as well with, I don't know, I suppose with tape. I got some 3M stuff that's like, it holds it pretty tight, but like it wouldn't damage the paint if you had to rip it off in the future at all. I can redo this one. I mean, I don't want to have to redo this, but if I need to, I can. I'll do the emblem as well. You feel guilty putting this tape on your beautifully buffed paint. Yeah. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Oh, that's interesting. I might have the wrong badge for this middle part, because I think it looks like it needs to be curved. I just had a look at the front, like the front definitely needs a curved badge, because that's quite a severe curve on it. I could have sworn this one on the back was flat, but that doesn't look like, unless that's how it was, but that doesn't look quite right. Anyway. Yeah, see that one actually conforms beautifully.
Because it's curved, yeah.
No, that one sits on very nicely. It's been a while since that's been on there. God, it makes a big difference. I think a lot of people didn't know what this car was in the couple of months that I drove it when it was all painted. Just because, yeah, not a single marking on there anyway. Is that just cleaning it at the moment? Or is that... Right, okay. So you just wipe it on and then kind of buff it off?
Yeah, that should start splashing on.
Yeah, right. Man, I'm stoked with this. Where you've got it to is just 1,000 times beyond like what I need, you know. That just basically I'm trying to say, like, yeah, it looks incredible.
That looks so cool on the rear end. This finishes are off.
Yeah. So you've already put ceramic on these as well, or around them?
So they're done, yeah.
Do you ceramic on the badge as well, or is it okay? Wow. That Ralliart one, it doesn't. The camera doesn't do it justice, but it's that looks amazing.
There's no mistake what it is now.
No, oh, Scott, we got the badges on. This thing is looking. It
Finished.
just completes it.
It does, mate.
It's
It's a finished product now. That's awesome. You've done a top job, mate. Well
No,
done.
you two, man. Like together, we've
Oh,
done it
mate,
justice.
collectively, this thing looks amazing. It really does.
So for people who want to find you, obviously I'll throw your website up on screen.
Yeah, website, Facebook.
So this is something you obviously want to get into now a bit
Yeah,
more,
a
now
lot
that you've
more.
got your own space.
Absolutely. So we've saved a lot of cars from having to go for a respray where people think they need a respray, but you can bring it back. Ceramic isn't necessarily going to save you having to get a respray. So if your car's oxidised, we can polish them up. You might get another 6 months before it goes again.
Right.
You might get longer. And if you keep your wax and sealants up on those cars, this might save you a paint job for 12 months.
Yeah,
So
okay.
you save yourself some money or some time to save some money to get it done properly.
I might have to drop one of my other cars off to you.
Yeah.
So you also do just regular detailing, like
Yeah,
washing and
absolutely.
detailing as well?
So
mobile?
full range from just your regular maintenance detail through to obviously paint corrections, waxes,
Yep.
paint sealants, ceramic coatings, undercarriage cleans and anti-rust protection
Fantastic.
for undercarriage as well. So yeah.
Awesome. Seeing how this thing was before,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, I had my expectations pretty low. But no, they're all the way down there, but what you've done is,
No, mate, that's awesome. I appreciate that.
is
glad you're happy with it.
amazing. So yeah, thank you very much,
My
mate.
pleasure, man. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I'll definitely bring some of my other cars back to you. But yeah, we'll hit the road now. There's one more thing which you know about, which I'm going to go home and fit to this car. But
Oh,
these
yeah.
guys don't know. So let's
Oh,
go. And
yeah.
we'll go do that right now.
Enjoy that.
Cheers.
Yeah, no, not that easy. I got the Magna home the other day, got the gear out of the back seat, went to shut the rear passenger door, and it refused to latch. No matter what I did, I even took the latch mechanism out, I could not get it to latch. I think they have a spring on the inside, it must have failed. So I'm here in the wrecking capital of Brisbane, Willawong, to track down a Magna, steal its little latch out of the rear passenger door. Hopefully that fixes the problem. The fearsome thing about this issue too, by the way, is you can't buy these latches new. I've not found them anywhere. All right, let's go get it.
After a long walk through the mud, I eventually found a neat TJ Magna Sports which absolutely didn't deserve to be here. But as sad as it was, I grabbed the latch mechanism and paid my respects. After getting home, it took me about 15 minutes to get it reinstalled, and thankfully, it worked perfectly. And now we can finally get to that one last thing.
Can you believe this, guys? This is a Ralliart red Momo steering wheel, new old stock. This is not a retrim. This thing just blows my mind. The steering wheel which is in my car at the moment is a new old stock VRX steering wheel. They're essentially the same except it's silver instead of red. That one already is near on impossible to find. This is bordering on unobtainium, and it is legit. I was concerned before this turned up. What if it's a retrim? But no, the Momo logo on the bottom there is perfect. The stitching, the material, everything lines up and looks identical to my silver one. Even the smell. Yeah, this thing is 20 plus years old. You even struggle to find them in the car, like used ones, which are in good condition. So to get one, which is essentially brand new, holy hell, this is amazing. So how did I get this wheel? Well, a gentleman by the name of Andrew hit me up on Messenger. He said, Sean, I've got a new old stock red Momo steering wheel for your car. I took a deep breath and I said, Andrew, how much? Fully expecting to get a number that I was not going to be able to pay. He said, Sean, I'm doing up a VRX. I want your new old stock silver steering wheel. And it is essentially still brand new. I've always driven that car over the past year with clean hands. It still looks mint. So I'm going to be sending him that silver wheel. In return, with a lot of trust, he sent me this one just for the price of postage, $60. As soon as it turned up, I had a good look at it to make sure it was legit. Once I was happy with it, I sent him a couple of $100. I won't say how much, but it's a good price. So he's got a couple of $100, and then once we do this swap, I'm going to send him that silver wheel for his car. So in the end, we've ended up with a really good outcome. I am stoked to get this wheel for my car, and he is over the moon to get essentially what is still a new old stock steering wheel, silver one, for his car. If you're not into Magnas or Ralliart Magnas, this is probably a little bit lost on you, but yeah, this is like a unicorn. You cannot find these things brand new anywhere. So after I've stood here for a while just staring at this thing, I'm going to swap it out.
is incredibly nerve-wracking. Trying not to touch the leather as I work, you know, just trying to keep them clean. Yeah. Two very special wheels here on this bench. I gotta get a photo of this. Tell you what, I'm gonna send one of those to Andrew. He will love that. Tell me in the comments, guys, if you've found, you know, unicorn parts like this for your Magna or Falcon or Commodore, because yeah, experiences like this are just magical. I think that's all we had to do. We can do the rest back in the car. Whew. Might go wash my hands first. History in the making here on MotoringBox. Oh, you know what? That wheel was turned, wasn't it? I better review the footage. All right, I checked the footage. I'm like 99% sure it's this one, this notch of the spline. It looks weird to me because I'm used to seeing everything silver here, silver wheels, silver interior. Yeah, now that it's red, yeah, it's going to take a little bit of getting used to, but not complaining. It looks amazing. Okay, wow, look at that. Amazing. Wow. Okay. Before I touch that anymore, I'm going to wash my hands again just because I've been handling tools, but yeah. I'm not very good at displaying emotion on video, but this is up there for like one of the most special things I've ever experienced on a car, like working on a car, parts-wise. And here she is, guys, looking pretty good. Not flawless, of course, not perfectly clean, but when you consider where this car's come from, how it used to look, I've said this before, yeah, it is a night and day difference. So let me give you a little bit of a look around it. Now the video is probably not going to do this thing justice, but oh my God, when you drive this car and you grab that wheel, the feel in your hand is just, it just feels so good. It's just clean, brand new. It really completes the car. You know, it looked pretty good with the silver one, but it just feels right to have the right wheel. Yeah, back in there. I mean, have a look at this thing. I'm going to take a few photos of it just because, yeah, it blows my mind. Rest of the car looking pretty good too. I mean, she's not flawless. If you have a look at the reflection here, I mean, the roof is not perfectly flat. There are little things, but the thing about this car, right, is if you just step back a little bit, about 3 or 4 meters, that's really where it's at. We have not got perfection here, but we've got it pretty damn close enough for my liking anyway. Yeah, but overall, it looks amazing. And if you have a look at the back here, this reproduction Ralliart badge, as I was saying, yeah, look at that, it's beautiful. The other badges too are in pretty good condition. This one, I'm probably gonna have to replace. I think I need a curved one. This is one I got off eBay, and obviously it's probably for a different Magna model. It's flat, it needs a bit of a curve, so yeah, we'll come back to that. But yeah, everything is just beautifully shiny now. Gary's looking amazing. So this really concludes the visual overhaul of Gary, I guess you could call it. We've got some mechanical maintenance, which will be coming up soon. But yeah, I think for now, for looks, we're pretty much done. What do you reckon, guys? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. This has been a long time coming. It's taken a lot of sweat, tears, and money to get us here. But thank you very much again to Scruba's Detailing for Scott for his work on this car. Yeah, he spent a lot of time on it, and yeah, I think the results speak for themselves. Whew, looking good. Really hope you enjoyed this video. It was a long one, so thank you very much for sticking around. Again, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you really enjoy this content, please subscribe. We've got some more things coming up with this car. And yeah, some other cars in my garage, the Territory and the Falcons, they'll be coming back soon. So in the meantime, have a good one, and I'll see you next time.